A few days ago, the Pentagon created a second military zone on the southern border near El Paso, Texas. U.S. troops patrol this area to stop migrants crossing into the country illegally. It's just one of the many changes put in place by the Trump administration. And CBN's Paul Petit rode along with Border Patrol agents in El Paso to see the impact firsthand.
U.S. Customs and Border Patrol Agent Claudio Herrera speeds along the border wall, responding to reports of an illegal crossing. When he arrives, a K-9 unit has already tracked down a Honduran couple.
This is the reality they're going to face, right? Being apprehended and at the end of the day being removed out of the country because they are violating Title VIII.
This is one of around 40 apprehensions today in the El Paso sector. Compare that to 2,700 a day just 2 years ago.
The last administration didn't care. They didn't enforce anything. This administration came back in all of a sudden and said, you know what? We're not going to allow that anymore. We're going to do it, and sent the message that we're going to pick you up and we're going to send you back. And it's worked.
Now the U.S. military supports the mission with choppers in the air and armored vehicles on the ground. The result? The number of gotaways here has dropped from hundreds to zero, a major shift that's also showing in morale.
There's a big change. So before this administration, morale was at a all-time low. Suicide rates were high, domestic violence was high, alcoholism was high. Now that we are getting back to work to doing what we came to do in this place, apprehending people, tracking people down, it's just changed dramatically.
Trump administration policies are also making an impact, such as lifting vehicle pursuit restrictions.
This time, Border Patrol is engaging, but before they were told to back off and not pursue.
In March, illegal crossings hit a record low, just over 7,000 migrants compared to 137,000 last year.
This is what we signed for, to protect our borders, to protect our country.
Even though illegal border crossings have plummeted, the agents say the battle is relentless. These fences had to be put up to keep rocks from being thrown at their patrol cars. That's why for many here in the El Paso sector, the agents say it's important to know that their battle goes beyond flesh and blood.
This is the reality of the evil that we're facing.
Cartels light candles to the so-called Lady of Holy Death, believing she grants protection.
When the reality is that is demonic, is just pure evil.
Cartels still dominate Mexico's border regions, especially in Juarez, where agents found 281 stash houses last year.
They control it 100%, contrary to what the media may say or what anything. You're not going through those areas unless you're on that cartel's deal. And if you get caught in that area trying to circumvent them, you may pay a very dear price with your life.
With fees as high as $20,000 per person, smuggling is big business, although the crackdown is hitting hard. That's led to a rise, however, in kidnappings and threats against agents.
When they go out to the field, they like to pray, and when they come back, they like to pray.
Agent Herrera says he and his team can't operate without it.
But just know that God is with you and everywhere you go. Even in the valley of the shadow of death, he will always be with you. One thing, especially for myself as a chaplain, is I get to go out there and pray for these guys, and it's one of the highlights of my job.
As for stopping illegal crossings, it's happening fast. Once crowded migrant trails now sit empty.
It is very gratifying for us to see the actual results of having consequences and having a government that is for the safety and for the well-being of our communities.
In El Paso, Texas, Paul Petit, CBN News.
I never understood the Biden administration having essentially an open border policy. It made no sense to me. You're the president of the United States. You're charged with enforcing the laws. And if there's a law against illegal immigration, then you're obligated to enforce it. But he sent the word out, and it went literally around the world. If you come to our southern border, you're going to be able to cross over. And so it was millions of people that took advantage of it. And now we're paying the cost of that, and the cost, the housing cost, the social services cost, all of those things have impacted our nation. But what a difference, and it's amazing to see. So congratulations to the Trump administration. Literally to go from millions down to zero in such a short period of time is absolutely amazing.